Good morning to all. I hope you all are staying at your home and eating healthy. I, Ms. Kunjan Daswani from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota, welcomes you all to e-learning classes of English text, and the topic that we will be doing today is poem number 2, Tiger by Leslie Norris. So let's know about the poet first. Born on 21st May 1921 in UK, George Leslie Norris was a poet and a short story writer. He taught at academic institutions in Britain and the United States. He is considered one of the most important Welsh writers. He has won many prizes for his works, and most of his works are about the natural beauty of the world. Like in this poem, we will be studying about the tiger who is living two different lives. In this poem, the poet is showing the two different lives of tiger, that is one in the jungle and the one he is living in the cage. So let's read the poem first and then I'll explain it to you according to its paragraph. He stalks in vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on paths of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. Rage means his anger over here, and vivid stripes means a dark stripe that he has on its body that can be seen from a distance also. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. So lurking here means is hiding in the shadow. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, bearing his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. But he is locked in a concrete cell, that means the cemented cell, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, the cars that are of the zoo authority that are used to guard the zoo, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So now let's understand the poem according to its para. Let's see what para number says. He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on paths of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. In this stanza, the poet describes the life of the tiger in a zoo. He describes about the appearance of a tiger, like the dark stripes on its body which can be seen from a distance, and its daily movements as he moves up and down of his cage helplessly. He walks quietly because of his smooth velvet pads. He covers the distance of the cage in a few mere steps only. He is full of anger but helpless because he is caged. In this stanza, the poet is talking about the life of the tiger in a zoo and about his appearance, that he has a dark stripes on his body which can be seen when we are far away also we can see it. And here it is shown the on paths of velvet white. That means is the paths like it has on the lower side of the animal's feet, a soft fleshy part on the lower side of animal's feet. So here it is shown that the tiger is helpless. He can't do anything because he is kept in a cage, and he can't walk properly also because the cage area is very confined to a very limited space. And para number 2, he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. The poet says that if the tiger was not caged and was in its own natural surroundings, then he would have hid himself behind the long grass near some watery place to catch its prey, that is deer, as its food. So here in this paragraph, the poet is showing that the tiger should be living like this, like in a jungle. He should be hiding in the shadow to catch its prey. That is deer. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, bearing his white fangs, his claws, and terrorizing the village. The poet here says if he is set free, then he should be sitting at the jungle's edge, snarling around the houses of the villagers to terrorize them with his sharp tooth, bearing its claws and producing low sound of anger. But the reality is totally opposite to this. So here also the poet is showing the life that the tiger should live. Like he should be are roaming around the houses at the jungle's edge, looking towards the vicinity of the village. Vicinity means is the surrounding of the village people where they live, and he should be scaring them, but instead he is not doing anything, he is sitting in a cage. But he is locked in a concrete cell, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Now the poet explains about the life of a tiger inside the cage. He says that the tiger's powers are restricted or confined to the cage. He never tries to terrorize people because he cannot come out of the cage. The tiger shows no interest in looking at the visitors. So here the concrete means is the cemented cell. He is locked in a cemented cell, that is he is locked in a very confined place, or his powers are restricted in that cell only, in that cage only. So he can't do anything, he is become helpless. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. The poet here says that the cage has totally affected tiger's life. The tiger is just so alone, seeing the shining stars in the sky and hearing the sound of the patrolling cars. The poet also says that the animal, which is known for its fearlessness, is being sad and helpless because of the human beings who has confined his life to a cage. So here the poet in the last paragraph is saying that he can't do anything, so he is just seeing in the sky, staring at the stars, as he can't do anything, his powers are confined to that place, he can't do anything. So for that he just ignored the everything which is going on over there, that is the patrolling cars moving, securing that place, but he can't do anything because it's done because of us only. Like we only have done this, we have only affected their lives, as we have confined their lives to the cage only, and for the sake of our entertainment we have affected their lives. So this was all about this. I hope you all have understood the poem, and stay fit, stay healthy and stay at your home. Thank you for watching this video.